What is going on, guys? Jack here, and welcome to episode 50 of our Liverpool FC playthrough here in Football Manager 2016. And before we get started, I just want to extend a massive thank you to you guys for watching this series. To see this series get to 50 episodes is pretty incredible. I'm sure you guys who have been around on my channel for a while know that when it comes to series, sometimes they die out a little bit prematurely. But with this one, I'm really enjoying it. You guys have been thoroughly enjoying it too. It makes my job of bringing you videos so much more easy. I guess when people are watching the videos and I know they're enjoying them. And yeah, here's to potentially another 50 episodes, but to reach this landmark in itself, I think everyone can agree is a pretty fantastic achievement. So anyway, as to mark episode 50, we are going to be doing something a little bit different, and that is that we have 5 games in today's episode. Well, we start with the game against Everton, we then play Arsenal in the FA Cup, we then have Fiorentina in the Champions League first knockout round second leg, and then to wrap up this episode we play at home against Manchester United in the Premier League. So some pretty good games here. Going to have the Merseyside derby and the North West derby, which really can't complain about. Going to be a pretty action-packed episode for you guys today. We're doing it 100% live, so if you notice any weird moments in the live commentary, I'm going to apologise in advance. But yeah, hopefully you enjoy this one. No idea how long this is going to be. I'm not going to, spend too much time between matches, but I'm not going to be cutting it down. I'm just going to be rambling away. So if you've got, I don't know, some popcorn, get it out. If you've not got popcorn, get some biscuits out, bourbons. Unless they're custard creams, don't get custard creams out. Not a custard cream man. In fact, here's something for you. In the comments, let me know what your favourite biscuit is. This is an essential piece of market research here on my channel. Let me know. Is it a bourbon? Is it a custard cream? Are you a chocolate digestive man? I can't have a regular digestive, but a chocolate digestive I'll kill for. Anyway, we've got a chance here. Mamana. Effort there. Saved away. I think it's by Howard in goal. Is it Howard still in goal for them, or is it Claudio Bravo? I'm now trying to remember who Everton have. It is Claudio Bravo. Well, my memory isn't as bad as I thought. We have a chance. Dybala, Sturridge. It's ricocheting around. Bravo is keeping them in this. We are all over Everton early on here. But yeah, biscuit in the comment. Leave it. Let me know. Right, shall we focus on the football now, Jack? Looking at it here, Everton, they've not had a shot on goal yet, but they are on the attack here, and, well, they score with their first shot of the game. We've had some clear-cut chances early on. We've had 3, to be precise. We've not taken them, and now we are paying the price. We are 1-0 down here, away from home against Everton. Our form, of course, has been absolutely fantastic of late. We have made some comebacks in the past. Fiorentina, a few episodes ago, of course, we were 1-0 down in that one. And we need to do more of the same again here today against Everton, who, to be fair to them, crafted out quite a nice opportunity there. And they took it well. But we are looking better than them, really, statistically. We've had chances. We're just going to play it patient. I don't need to panic. I don't need to make unnecessary changes, I don't think, just yet. Still plenty of time left in this game. And if we keep playing our game the way the game's going, we should find ourselves back in this match. Alberto Moreno there to Tielemans. Coutinho, options on ahead. Dybala and Sturridge, of course, playing up front for today's game. Mario Silva out with that bruised thigh that we saw him get subbed off last game with. And wow, Sturridge with a chance there. Claudio Bravo with a great save. Can we make something of the corner? Whipped in Mamana. Headed across the 6-yard box, but no one could connect with it. And now Everton on the counter. They've not got many men up, so they're going to have to hold at the ball well here. Not going to lead to anything. Early on here, we're not looking too bad. As much as we're 1 goal down, Everton with just that 1 shot. Obviously, I'm not happy with how we're performing in terms of the scoreline, but we've created opportunities. We just need to start taking them. We have got options on the bench, of course. Embolo on the bench. I believe Mario Silva, despite his bruised thigh, he can play through his injury today for us. But there is still time here. A goal before half-time could really change the complexion of this game. We have got a chance. Everton, only 2 shots on goal for them. We've had a fair share of chances. Mignolet bringing the ball out quite far. Now we attack Henderson. Options on ahead. Shoots. Well, that was a rather ambitious effort there by Jordan Henderson, to say the least. And we've got 1 minute left of the first half. Everton with possession of the ball. And now on the attack, Vargas. Out wide to Morales. We need to stop him cutting inside. Klein doing an okay job there now. Can he hunt down Baines? He can. But Everton actually moving the ball around quite nicely in this little phase of play. They are looking to break us down. And, well, they've got us caught thin on the left-hand side. They have really torn us apart. And now Seamus Coleman comes in. McCarthy saved by Mignolet. What a save by the Belgian beast between the sticks. That was a massive save for us. And a close-range effort you really would have put your money on Everton to make something of that. And at 1-0, we are perhaps a little bit fortunate to still be in this game, because that could have been 2. That could have really changed the game. I'm going to tell the players I'm not happy, get them fired up. It worked last game against Arsenal, of course, when we did the same when we were winning. We need that kind of performance again that we had in that second half here against Everton. And we can do that, certainly. We have the quality in our ranks, and Sturridge is through here. Can he finish it? He can't. That was an absolutely incredible run by him, darting between players. It was a clear-cut chance, but cleared away. And now we are on the attack here. Henderson to Sturridge. Sturridge, Tielemans smashes it into the roof of the net from the corner. A really, really nicely worked goal. Daniel Sturridge with the assist. Yuri Tielemans lurking at the edge of the box. I think he rifled it into the roof of the net. Henderson and Sturridge with some nice link-up play. Ball gets pulled back to the penalty spot. Tielemans is there. Bang. Pick that out. Nice, powerful finish. Keeper not often going to save that kind of effort there. And that is the exact start we wanted to the second half. It's 1-1. We just need to kick on now and try and get a few more. Danny Welbeck coming on for Everton. There's still 35 minutes left. I think we're going to make our first change here. Looking at the performances, it's been a little bit disappointing by kind of our entire strike force, really. I'm going to bring on Mario Götze, I think, for Coutinho. I think we'll stick with that one change for now. Coutinho not had the best day at the office. He has been one of the best players in the team, and I think in terms of average rating, himself, Dybala, Mamana and Zuma are kind of the top 5 performers in the league. But not the best day in the office for him. We're going to bring on Mario Götze to see if he can work some magic for us. And there is going to be action here. 20 minutes left. A goal either way here could really shape the game. Mamana with a nice interception. Now can we break? Götze the sub. Flicks it on for Sturridge. Sturridge dispossesses Jadialka. He's through. He's got to bury that. He can't bury it. Bravo with another save. We've had a lot of chances in this game. We could live to regret them. But we do still have the ball here. Moreno whips it in back post. Baines keeps it in. Didn't really need to do that. And Everton looking like they're going to deal with that. And we have had 5 clear-cut chances. And it's 1-1. I mean, that is just... It's just not acceptable, is it? It's really, really disappointing. I'm going to bring on Mbolo for Daniel Sturridge, who's struggling a little bit. I could also bring on Mario Silva for Dybala. I think I'm going to do that. Bit of a controversial change, perhaps, to take off one of our best strikers in Dybala. But I think it's going to be something that's kind of maybe necessary to do. Both Dybala and Sturridge just having bad days at the office. And Mbolo and Mario Silva very much capable of coming on and really having an impact on this game in the last 10 minutes. 2 players with pretty good pace. But with 5 minutes left, time is slipping away here. Let's go for a last minute switch to overload. 3 minutes left. If it's going to be a goal, either way, it's going to be late. There is a minute left on the clock. A draw wouldn't be terrible, but it would be disappointing. We've been the better team throughout this game, but we still might have a chance here. Klein out on the right. Can he whip it in? Tielemans to Thiago Maia to Klein. Options in the middle. Whips it in. Claudio Bravo going to collect that, and you've got to think that's going to be all she wrote for this game. 20 seconds left. Everton have been very resilient this game. A bad day at the office for our strikers. We had chances. We didn't take them. And that's pretty disappointing to be able to say. We keep our unbeaten run, I guess. But at the same time, that is pretty unacceptable to draw in that fashion. I'm going to tell the players you weren't good enough tonight. That was pretty poor. Looking at the results elsewhere, Chelsea lost. So that actually works really nicely for us. We actually keep our gap and we extend our gap over Chelsea to 12 points. Granted, we have played an extra game. If they win that, they'll go 9 points behind us. But I mean, you can see, looking at our goal difference here, ours is plus 52, Chelsea's is plus 26. That is essentially an extra point at this point in the season. And yeah, it's not the best way to start episode 50. I guess the result for Chelsea kind of makes our result seem not quite so bad. As you can see, a last minute penalty for Brentford, getting then that result there. And the next episode and the next match we're going to have this episode is going to be against Arsenal. It's going to be a rematch of that last game from last episode where we beat Arsenal 4-1. That was a great performance then. We're going to need something similar to that, you'd think, again here. You can see how I am actually making a few transfers. I mentioned last episode I was scouting some regens. We'll take a quick look at the players coming in. Potentially, we have Zakuri, or Zachary. Make up your mind, Jack. We'll call him Umar, why not? Looking to sign this guy. Not got the best potential, you know, it's not 5-star, but at the same time he's a very, very talented centre-back, and he's actually going to be coming in for £13 million. He's only 19, got a ton of potential, and he's happy to be a backup in the side, so he'll be a great 4th choice centre-back for us, kind of filling that void that Sacco left on a fraction of the wages. The next player we're trying to sign is this guy, Luis Sabando. You can see here, Ecuadorian international, 5-star potential. Got a few, cons, a few weaknesses. Might not get a work permit. Looks like a very talented player though, with some really good potential. He's still only 18, an international regular. Pretty happy to get him in. And the last player that we have signed, this has been confirmed, is Ruben Diego, who we've signed here. You can see from Rayo. And we've paid, I think it's £12 million for this guy. We met his release clause. He's been a very good player for them. He's been playing regular football in Liga BBVA. He's only 17. He looks like an absolutely incredible centre-back. Perhaps his jumping reach lets him down just a little bit, but he's not a small player. Maybe that can improve still. And yeah, he just looks like a really good centre-back. Got a ton of potential, consistent performer. 4-star potential, 5-star black star. So I'm pretty happy about him. But anyway, let's continue on with this game and with this episode. We are now taking on Arsenal. It's going to be a big match for us. Players might not be 100% fit for this game. I might rotate my side. As much as I love the FA Cup, it's not the be-all or end-all, I don't feel like. What is our board expectation in the FA Cup? Let's just have a quick check. So, where will it be? Competitions. In the FA Cup, they expect us to reach the semi-final. So, actually, we're not doing too bad there. I feel like if we did get knocked out by Arsenal here, the board would probably understand it and kind of be quite accepting of the fact, it happened, but at the same time, we are kind of rotating our team. You can see here, Zachary getting a work permit kind of approved, which is good. He comes in for £13 million. Really happy to get this guy in. Really good centre-back, talented, going to be an immediate talent in our first team. He's 20 years old, only just turned 20 today. In fact, on his 20th birthday, he signs for Liverpool. Not a bad gift for the Fenerbahce centre-back. Will be a very good player for us. Anyway, let's move on to this Arsenal game. It's going to be a tricky game. We are away from home. As I mentioned last episode, Arsenal were a team that, before last episode, we hadn't beaten in a live com or beaten at all this season. In this Liverpool team, I think it was 9 games that we hadn't won. We won the last game, our 10th try. Hopefully we can do something similar again today in the FA Cup. Going to be taking them on away from home though. Going to be a lot tougher than it was last episode when we played them at home, Arsenal. They have a very, very good team. Higuain up front for them is always just a little bit terrifying. But hopefully we can put in a good performance here. We will see how we get on. In terms of our team, a few players struggling with fitness. I might rotate our team just a little bit, just to kind of factor in for that. We're going to bring in, I think, Ray for Mamana. I'm going to bring in... Yeah, I'm going to bring in Mbolo, I think, for Mario Silva. Yeah, we'll do that. I'm conscious that I want to keep some players fit for the game next episode. Well, I was about to say next episode, but it will be later on in this episode. The next game, which is against Fiorentina. I mean, that's going to be a big game for us. It's going to be important that we have kind of a fairly fit side. So I'm going to rotate my team as I see fit. Get some fresh legs in there. Get some players who you might not expect to start. But I think it's necessary to rotate the team for this match to really just ensure we are at our best for the Champions League, because that is the priority. We want to win the Champions League, or certainly do very, very well in it. Do I want to change much more? I might bring in Peruzzi to play right back for us, for Klein. Peruzzi, very, very good player. In terms of the rest of our team, I'm pretty happy with where we're at. I'm going to play a fairly rotated team. Fred at left back. Brazilian left back who really had a breakthrough season last year. Played really well. This year, not so much, but he's still a very, very good backup centre-back. Left back is Fred. Of course, his name isn't actually Fred. It's like George, but we call him Fred because why not? Right back, Peruzzi, talented Argentine right back. Really good player. Not played much this year, but when we've called upon him, he's always done well. Centre-backs, we go with Ray, who we signed this year. Perhaps not had the impact I expected him to have. Signed him thinking he'd be our first team kind of centre-back alongside Zuma. Mamana this year really stepped up. As a result, Ray has been only a backup really, and for £40 million, slightly regret that transfer. Looking at the midfield, we're going to go with Bazua as our box-to-box player, a very talented player. We're going to go with Henderson in the centre, and then we're going to go with Predrag, the Dragon, as our roaming playmaker, the 19-year-old Serbian international. Been a really good player for us so far this season, put in some good performances. Going to give him a run out today, and then in the final third, Goethe, Dybala and Bolo, with options on the bench such as Mario Silva, Daniel Sturridge, Tielemans, Mamana, Coutinho. It's a pretty strong team regardless of the fact it's rotated. I feel like it's necessary to rotate the team because of the games that we've got coming up. I don't want to get injuries. I know I see so many people complain about injuries in Football Manager, and people. I get tweets sometimes. People tell me I've got like 7 first-team injuries. It's so unrealistic. And then I ask them to look at the kind of Newcastle and Liverpool situation at the moment, where I believe it's something like 10 first-team injuries to both players. But there is things you can do to prevent injuries. It's what I'm doing here, rotating the team. I don't want to play players who aren't match fit, players with low condition. If I can avoid playing them, I will. For me, the benchmark of condition where I'll stop playing a player is about 89%. I won't start a player generally unless I'm really desperate or it's a massive game. If their conditions are below kind of 88% at the start of kickoff, just because it's not worth the risk, in my opinion. Here, I've kind of changed that slightly. There was quite a few players on like 91, 92, but given the fact our next match is in 3 games, I feel like it's important they recover for that. Wow, okay. Alexis Sanchez with an effort there, hit the post. Arsenal coming out the traps flying here. Part of me wants to switch to our wider system early on, but to be fair, looking at the stats, it's only 25 minutes in. There's not been much to separate these teams. It's been a fairly 50-50 affair. And we're on the attack here. Maybe Dybala with possession. Can he cut inside? He pulls it back to Bazua. It deflects. It's a Sakho own goal. Mamadou Sakho, Agent Sakho, former Liverpool man. He's infiltrated the Arsenal camp. He's got us an own goal. It's 1-0 here. A rather bizarre goal there. I think it was Dybala whipped in the ball and then Bazua edge of the box has an effort, and it just takes such a wicked deflection. Sakho with the tackle, and the keeper cannot react. I assume it's checking goal. Cannot get across to that, and we make it 1-0 here. What a way to start this game. Bit fortunate perhaps, but I will take it all the same. And looking at the stats, you'd have to say we've been the better team. Despite our rotated lineup, it's still a very, very strong team. It's very much capable of being competitive in this kind of match, although Higuain on the attack here might look for the cross. Don't foul. Kurt Zouma has fouled. It's like he wanted to ignore what I said. It's a penalty for Arsenal. A chance for them to get back all square and make it 1-1. Higuain going to be running up for this one. Can the keeper work magic? He can't. Unfortunately for us, Mignolet goes the wrong way. Higuain with his 14th goal of the season. The Argentine striker slots it away. And Arsenal find a lifeline in this game that we really have gifted to them. Kurt Zouma, a player who I really can't criticise. He's been absolutely incredible for us this year. But just then, a wee bit disappointing perhaps from Kurt. A silly tackle. I think Higuain didn't really have an option to pass it inside. He had his back to goal. And he's just gone through the back of him, the defender, and he's offered, I guess, Arsenal a lifeline here. 2 mistakes by defenders. Really the factors that have made this game 1-1 at the break. And I'm going to tell the players that I'm far from pleased. I want to get them fired up. They look like they want to win this game. Our strike force has been a little bit disappointing this game. Might bring on Mario Silva in about the 55th minute if it's still 1-1. Want to get some explosive pace up in the final third. Dybala is struggling a little bit with fitness. Generally speaking, I try and sub players off if they get below 70% condition. In this game, we might have to make a few exceptions, but we've got a chance here. Embolo, Peruzzi, the Argentine. Can he whip it in? Back post, Dybala. What a goal that is. A fantastic ball by Peruzzi. Whipped in the Argentine striker Dybala at the back post. All too aware of what his national team counterpart had up his sleeve. And he just slots it home. A really nice volley. Tight angle. De Siglio lost Dybala. Dybala just drifting towards that back post. Meets the ball. Nice finish there. 60 minutes on the clock. We are on top in this game, although it hasn't been the best performance. Jordan Henderson is struggling a little bit. I think what we're going to do is we're going to bring in Bazua to play the CDM role for us, and then we're going to bring on... I think we're going to bring on Coutinho. Yeah, we'll bring on Coutinho at roaming playmaker. And Bolo not had the best game. I'm going to bring on Mario Silva to replace him. So with half an hour left, just making a double change, getting some fresh legs on, in the midfield and in the final third. I think Mario Silva coming on for this kind of end spell of the game with the pace he has could be a real menace for this Arsenal team. We do have a chance maybe. Silva, the sub, dispossessed. Ryan Gould now bringing the ball forward. Sanchez up to Higuain. Fred with the header. Mignolet with the save. And Fred, very odd position in there for the left back, but I'm not going to complain with what he's done. Although I might complain with what Mignolet did there. That was a silly pass, but we do still have the ball. Goetze, Bazua, Dybala, what a goal. The Dragon with the assist. The crowd go wild. It's 3-1, a 2-goal cushion now. And Dybala, with another goal this season, he has got so many, and this was such a nicely worked goal. The Dragon with the through ball, Dybala on his left peg, Czech perhaps should do better, but it's hit hard from close range, and he can only parry it into his own goal. And with 20 minutes left, it looks like this could be similar to the game we had last time we played Arsenal, where it finished 4-1. We're on the attack again. Dybala hits the post, and Silva can't get the rebound. Well, this is a very deja vu moment, isn't it, right here? We beat Arsenal 4-1 in episode 49 in the league, and it looks like we're going to have a similar scoreline here in the FA Cup, unless there's going to be a late twist in the tail. Of course, a draw here would see it go to extra time. Wellington Silva, or no, sorry, it wouldn't go to extra time, it'd go to a second leg. I don't want it to go to a second leg. We really shouldn't be conceding 2 here. With 10 minutes left, Arsenal on the attack. Let's go to defensive. Let's just park the bus here. Silva on the attack. We're still on attacking at the moment. Whips in Dybala. Okay, it's 4-1 now. We don't need to play defensive. Let's go back on attacking. Why not? That is another good goal. Was that Dybala's hat-trick there? Is that the hat-trick? I'm not sure. I think it is. I think that is a second half hat-trick for Dybala. Great performance by him. Going to sub him off now, I think, because his fitness isn't 100%. He's got the 3 goals. He's going to be happy with himself. Going to bring on Daniel Sturridge. Don't want to risk an injury now for him. He has been a star man for us this season, Dybala, and he's putting a star performance right there. And he might even get another before he gets subbed off. Hits the side netting. And that was a chance for him to get a 4th. But 4-1, this game is going to be all done. We have performed really well here. You know, not at full strength, rotated the team just a little bit. Really kind of displays, I guess, the strength in depth our team has. Of course, Arsenal, they are in a similar situation to us with the sheer quantity of fixtures they have, but perhaps they don't have the same strength in depth, playing a few players who aren't fit. We've really punished them in this second half, and we could do it again. Goetze, Czech saving their ass. That is 4 clear-cut chances our way now. And we are looking like the better team. Cross-whipped in. Can we make something of it? Peruzzi, Bazua, Peruzzi. No, we can't. It's going to probably finish 4-1 here. The exact same result we had in the league just a week ago. And another great performance. Really cannot complain, especially bouncing back from that Everton result, where we did kind of quite tragically, I guess you could say, draw 1-1. Okay, that's another chance that we've had there. Can we make something of the corner to end the game? No, we can't. That is going to be full-time, you'd imagine, unless Coutinho's going to whip in a ball of quality, which he won't. 4-1 the score here at the Emirates. A fantastic away win. Great way to perform. And now with 2 games left of this episode, things are looking a little bit more rosy than perhaps they were after just the Everton game. We take our chances. 4-1 up. Let's send our assistant. Dybala, the cream of the crop. I can't talk. Great second half performance though. We came back from that 1-1 scoreline. And it was another good performance. Dybala with a massive performance for us there. I'm actually going to send our players to rest, particularly some of our first team players who we definitely need for the next match. Important that they get the rest that they need. So we're going to just tell them for 2 days, go on a rest, get your condition back, don't train too hard. We've got Fiorentina midweek this week. We need to get a win there. It's going to be a big game for us. Hopefully we can get that performance as well. Of course, we are going to go into this Fiorentina game 2-1 up after the first leg. It was a really good performance in that game. We were 1-0 down at the break. The players showed great character to come back and to make it 2-1. Getting those 2 away goals could be vital. Our home form has been absolutely superb in the league. And I'm hoping we can have more of the same kind of in this second leg. It would be great to get to the next round. Our board expectation this year is to reach the quarterfinals. Do I think we can win the Champions League? Probably not, but I mean, you've got to be in it to win it. We do have a strong team. Looking at the FA Cup draw, we're even going to play Tottenham or Watford in the semi-final at Wembley. So that is going to be something to look forward to. But anyway, let's get forward to this game. It's going to be against Fiorentina. Still no injuries to speak of. It's all going far too well. I feel like I'm cursing it in saying there's no injuries and saying the squad's really fit. I feel like it's just all going to horrifically backfire somehow. I hope that isn't what's going to happen here. Looking at the Champions League, you can see Barcelona and AS Monaco making it through in those fixtures. I believe Fenerbahce won 3-1 against Bayern, and their match is going to be on the same day as ours, their second leg. So that could be an interesting result just to keep an eye out for, I guess, at the end of our game. But yeah, Going into this game, 2-1 up, 2 away goals. You can see that Fenerbahce result I mentioned. Fenerbahce, of course, were in our group. Fiorentina, not the toughest draw we could have had, but it's going to have to be a good performance by us all the same. In terms of the team for today's game, I'm just going to check my assistant's done what I want him to do. I don't think he has. I really want to play Goetze, Coutinho and Tielemans. The sheer quality that we have, kind of, I guess, in the midfield in terms of creative players is just terrifying. Do I want to play Moreno? How has Moreno been performing? Moreno's been a little bit disappointing this year, but Fred hasn't had too many opportunities. I think we're going to play Moreno. We are. My assistant doesn't want to play him, but I do. I'm sorry, Fred. Moreno's coming in. This is the team we're going to go with, though. Pretty much full strength. No injuries, which is lovely. Team looking in fine form. It's a bit of a shame to see, I think, Sturridge get dropped for Mario Silva, but I mean, the 18-year-old Portuguese player has just been in crazy form. He's got 15 goals in 9 starts and 4 appearances off the bench for us so far since he joined us in January. That is just outrageous goal scoring, and hopefully he can show us what he's made of here. We're going to be taking on Fiorentina, who look like they're going to be setting up just a little bit defensively. I think they know the task at hand. Of course, Fiorentina are going to need to score 2 in this game. A 1-0 win for them wouldn't be enough because of our away goals. So they know the task at hand. We know the task at hand. Hopefully we can put in a similar performance to how we did against Arsenal and not something too reminiscent of that Everton performance, which was really disappointing. But yeah, we'll see how we get on here. Of course, we are playing in red. Fiorentina in their quite iconic purple. I do like myself a purple football kit. It's just quite nice. It has a royal vibe to it. But anyway, let's not talk about football kits. There's a match to win here, Jack. And Fiorentina are actually on the attack early on here. Hamed, well, that's a chance. I think it was Ali Adnan with the opportunity there, cutting in on that left-hand side, but he smashes it wide. And we're let off the hook just a little bit. And now we are going to try and punish them for that mistake. We have the ball here. Tielemans, Dybala. Options out wide, but Dybala wants to go alone. Nice run, Silva. Back to Dybala. This could be an incredible goal. It saved the rebound. Squeezes in, though. Paulo Dybala, 40th goal of the season. What a signing he has been. I think it was £63 million we paid for the Argentine striker from Juventus. Of course, we did end up selling Lacazette for a little bit more than that. There was a concern perhaps at the start of the season. Would Dybala be the player who I needed? Would he be that kind of long-term striker, that striker who for the next 8-9 years could be the big man in this team? And the answer, simply put, is yes. We are performing absolutely amazing. And yeah, cannot complain one little bit at the moment. I was going to make a tactical change, but actually, I don't think we need to. We're 1-0 up. The assistant was telling me that their left back, Ali Adnan, was getting a little bit of space, but we're not too concerned about that. We're winning. We're on top in this game, and we have another chance here. Goetze, Mario Goetze, saved by Zoet. Ball not cleared, though. Can we create something more? Looking in the centre, Coutinho, Henderson, Nathaniel Klein. Got a lot of assists to his name, but can't whip in a good ball there. And the chance passes Goetze there with what was a good chance to make it 2-0. And, well, the complexion, I guess, of this game doesn't really change for Fiorentina because they still need 2 goals. But now it's not to win the game, it's to take it to extra time. But we have a chance. Mario Goetze scores. Wow, it's 2-0. This is a demolition job, you'd think already. 4-1 on aggregate. And, well, now Fiorentina need 3 goals. And we are looking so comfortable. Fiorentina setting up to defend, playing with that 3 centre-back, 2 wing-backs and 3 centre-mid formation. And their game plan is simply out of the window at this point. We've been all over them so far this game. This has been a fantastic performance. I was worried after the first leg, that first half performance where Fiorentina were the better team. They did, go in 1-0 up. I was worried we might see a similar Fiorentina side to that game in this match, but that has simply not been the case. And looking at the stats, it's dominant. We have a set piece here. Coutinho whips it in, headed away. Goetze with the ball. Glick will tackle him. And now Ali Adnan to break. A goal here for Fiorentina could make things just a little bit more interesting before half-time. However, Fiorentina will still be needing to get how many goals? It will be a 3 goals still they'll need. And we're on the attack. Mario Silva scores. What a goal that is. The pacey striker finds space. It's 3-0. It's 5-1. I tell you what, this season has been absolutely incredible. After the start of the season, I was worried. We went on an incredible winning run. It started after we got a draw, I think it was 2-2 against Manchester United. And since that moment, there's just been a switch flick. I can't explain it. The team has just started performing. It's like the cogs came together. I didn't even change the tactical system. the players just suddenly get each other, and wow, what a performance this has been. This has been a real kind of masterclass, and we are kind of, I guess, intimidating any teams watching this game, any potential Champions League teams that we could be taking on in the next leg. They're going to be watching this game pretty terrified of what we're showing here, because we are scoring for fun, and we have another chance here. Henderson whips in the ball. Dybala back post. Can he score? He can. It's 4-0. It's taken 38 seconds of the second half. A great assist by Henderson. Fantastic ball whipped in. Dybala scores again. You'd have to say this performance has been diabolical. Do you get it? It's like diabolical, but it's diabolical. I know, I'm a genius. I'm here all week with the puns. If you've got to this point in the video, go down in the comments, right? That wasn't very punny. I like seeing the retention. So now you've left a comment about puns and about biscuits. I need to think of something else to end the video. And I'll know that if you've left a comment on all three, you watched the entire video without skipping to the end. One of my favourite things, actually, is when I'm on YouTube and someone will message me, like, leave a comment, like, the video's been up for 2 minutes saying, great result today, Jack. It's like, okay, well, the match didn't start till 3 minutes in the video and the video's been live for 2 minutes. So you've skipped. Not that there's anything against skipping, because I know for some people 20-minute videos can be quite fun, quite long even, can get a little bit tedious. But it's just a bit of a bizarre thing to say. Nice game if you've not watched the entire episode. But anyway, let's make some changes here. I'm going to bring off Goetze for Mbolo. I'm going to bring on Thiago Meyer, I think, for Henderson. Just get some fresh legs on. Get some of the younger players getting some time on the pitch. We'll do the same with Bazua. There's only 20 minutes left. It's going to be a really, you'd think, standard end to this game. Unless Fiorentina are going to score 5 goals in 20 minutes. There's no way back for them here. We can afford to bring on some of the younger players. The players who, giving them 20 minutes in the Champions League can definitely still help them. Perhaps players like Bazua, Maya, you don't think of them as being super young, but at 22, there's still time for those players to develop. They still have room to grow as players. And even bringing them in for a game like this one where it's kind of all said and done, the match has pretty much been won. It can still offer some nice benefits to them. And we do have a set piece here. If we could get another, I mean, I'll take it. Why not? Mbolo, Mamana, Bazua, Mbolo, Zoet with the save. Perhaps should have done better there, Mbolo. That was an opportunity to make it 5-0 on the night and really just kind of absolutely humiliate this Fiorentina side. But as things stand, I think this humiliation is pretty bad already at this point. Be interesting to see who we get in the next game in the Champions League. I believe the next tie will be the quarterfinals, which was our board expectation for this season. Realistically, I think we have a good enough team that could potentially win the Champions League, but the Champions League it's such a tough competition. Some of the teams you come up against, it's never going to be easy, and you can't really predict you're going to do well. Although with gifts like that, Silva probably should have scored that. We probably should. We should be way more ahead in this game. It's been a bit of a weird game, this one, to LiveCom, because when it gets to like 4-0 after 50 minutes, there's only so much to talk about, really. But what a game. 6-1 on aggregate. What I was just going to say was, with the Champions League, I think we have a squad capable of winning it, but you do need your luck to go your way, and also the luck of the draw to an extent. But here in this game, we really have stamped our authority, shown what we're made of. A 4-0 performance, that is a really big win on a big stage. This was a game that could have been very, very tricky. Dybala, 12 goals now in the competition, including a brace today. Goetze and Mario Silva getting the other goals. The Super Mario Bros, do you get it? Because it's Mario Goetze and Mario Silva. I'm a genius. That is their new nickname, the Mario Brothers. But they get 2 goals between them. And that is a good performance there. And we get given £3.92 million. Excellent stuff. Arsenal beating Brentford in the league. That doesn't matter too much for us at this point. Arsenal, they're not really going to be a title rival, you wouldn't think. There is 9 games left of the season, 27 points available. We must be not that far away. In fact, I think we're only 1 win away, really. And maybe a few other results, but we're only really a result or 2 away from guaranteeing ourselves top 4 football next year, which would be absolutely incredible again. I mean, to do it this soon as well, it means we'd get our transfer budget set. But anyway, we're taking on Manchester United. It's going to be a Sunday match, so it's going to be a tricky one. We are at home, though, for this Manchester United game. And given our performances in the last 2 games against Arsenal and Fiorentina, feeling pretty confident. Oh, drama, right. Let's put it on automatic draw. So here we have the UEFA Champions League draw for the quarterfinals. Barcelona, Man City, Real Madrid and PSG are all still in it. Don't really want them. I'd be happy with Monaco, Porto or Fenerbahce. But I don't think we can get Fenerbahce because we were in their group. We'll turn on the automatic draw. Need the Champions League music in the background. Oh, okay, we have got Fenerbahce, so that can happen. Well, that's a nice draw for us. That is very, very kind. And tell you what would be nice is if the brackets are predetermined, so we will play either Monaco or Porto. I don't think that's how it works in the Champions League. I think there might be a draw for the semi-final too. But if there wasn't, that'd be quite nice. No place for Berahino in the England squad. Sturridge keen to discuss first team matters. See, I've got an issue here because Mario Silva's been performing so well. Daniel Sturridge hasn't been a bad player by any means, but he's kind of just been ousted out the side. The question is, do I sell Sturridge? I think this summer might be the right time to sell him. He's going to be 29. He's going to be 30 at the start of next year, really, because he's 30 in September. He's injury prone. He's on an absolutely shed load of money, and we could probably get some pretty decent cash for him. So he might be a player I look to sell. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'm going to tell him here that Dybala is in such good form that I can't drop him. If Sturridge kicks up a fuss, then I'll just sell him for the good of his career. Okay, well, that's good. I guess Sturridge quite understands Dybala. Pretty untouchable at the moment, so going to not complain here. Chelsea playing Sheffield Wednesday. That's a game to keep an eye on, as is the Man City game. That's the earlier kickoff. Results could go our way. That would be quite nice. But yeah, we'll just see how these matches go. I'm hoping for some results going our way. Man City win that game. Can Sheffield Wednesday do us a favour? I think Sheffield Wednesday are married. No, they're not married. They're managed by Mancini, which is kind of a weird one. But in this save, Wednesday haven't been that bad. Of course, they bought Jordan Ibe for £30 million. Unfortunately here, couldn't do us a favour, which is a bit of a shame. You can see here Mancini in charge. They are struggling, actually, looking at Wednesday. Where are they? 17th in the league. What does the Premier League look like at the bottom? I feel like sometimes in my saves I get too bogged down looking at where I am at the table at the top. I don't really look at what's going down at the bottom. So you can see here, West Ham, Derby and Stoke, the bottom three. Newcastle and Sheffield Wednesday down there. To be honest, Newcastle upwards are probably safe. But Sheffield Wednesday, they are in a little bit of a precarious position there. That could be a little bit easier for them. But anyway, let's get into this game that's going to be against Manchester United. Plenty of games on the Saturday, but we are the Sunday kickoff. This is a big match for us. Tottenham taking on Watford in the league. Watford winning 2-0 as well. Watford going really strong, as were Swansea, really. I mean, look at this. Brentford, Watford, Swansea, 5th, 6th and 7th. Manchester United struggling this year. If we beat them, that could put them in a pretty bad situation. It's worth noting with Manchester United, they've been on a weird slippery slope in this save. You can see they finished 4th, then 4th again. And then since then they finished 6th and 8th. So they really are kind of falling off the pace just a little bit. And we have a chance, I guess, to dent their hopes at Champions League football here. Looking at the team, do I want to rotate it much? I don't think I do. I think we're going to go with the same team that absolutely hammered Fiorentina. Condition isn't too bad in the camp. Perhaps some of the defenders could do with a little bit of a rest, but no, I think we're going to go with this team. Looking at it, we are the favourites. We are top of the table. A win here would see us go even further ahead of Chelsea. I'm trying to think what it would be. Would it be 9 points? It would make us go 12 points clear, actually, with 8 games left. Henderson's 250th game for Liverpool today. Hopefully he can put in a good, memorable performance in this little derby. I'm going to tell the players I expect nothing but a win from this match to keep our run going. They are loving it. They are motivated. And we are going to get straight into this game. Hopefully we can work some magic in this match and get another good result here, as we might have a chance from kickoff. I mean, you never do get them from kickoff, do you? Although Silva's just gone on a crazy run. I thought he was about to just make me eat my words there, but I'm waiting for this pointless kickoff highlight to finish potentially, unless there's going to be a goal in the first minute. I mean, we are on the attack here. Goetze, key interception by Manchester United, but you'd have to say, early on here, we're looking like we're on top. Moreno, Dybala scores. It's not a pointless highlight. 54 seconds in, Paulo Dybala scores his 42nd goal of the season. He is in scintillating form for us. It's 1-0. It's a nice goal. I think it's Moreno at left back, whips in the ball. Tielemans crosses it out wide. Moreno on that left wing, whips it in. Dybala near post. Little flick. I don't know if he headed it at that or if he did like a crazy flick. It looked pretty cool. But it's ended up in the back of the net. Cannot complain one little bit. That is 1-0 here. And what a start to the game. I mean, that is exactly what we were looking for. An early goal let us get comfortable. We are, of course, at home here against Manchester United, and our home form has really defined us this season. It's been absolutely superb. It's where we've seen the wins against the likes of Arsenal, Man City and Chelsea come against, and this could be another potentially memorable one here. We have got an ideal start. It'd be nice if we could hammer one of our rivals, particularly after, a little bit of a disappointing, perhaps Merseyside derby where we drew 1-1. But 20 minutes in, we're looking pretty good here. United yet to have a shot on target, and we have a set piece. Henderson whips it in. Dybala, you could just see him looking for the ball again. He scored a similar goal to that, of course, against Fiorentina, although we are still on the attack. Dybala coming in, Benatia with a tackle. But we are applying some pressure high up the pitch here, trying to force a mistake out of United. They go long and give us the ball. Mario Götze, Dybala's through. Can he double the lead? Of course he can. It's 2-0. Paulo Dybala, 43rd goal of the season. He is just scoring for fun right now. He scored a brace last game. Scored a brace again today. I can't remember how many he scored against Arsenal. But the Argentine has just been absolutely sublime for us today in this episode. It's been one hell of a live com. What a way to mark episode 50 this has been. It's going to be like a 40-minute plus episode, and it's had some absolutely incredible results in it, particularly given that disappointing start against Everton, and we might get another chance here. Klein out wide, whips it in. Dybala for the hat-trick. He gets a 30-minute hat-trick. It's incredible. Klein that time with the assist. The ball whipped in. The United defence just all at sea. And this is turning into an absolute rout. What the hell has our team been taking since Christmas? Well, really, since the end of November. It's been crazy. Since December, this team has just performed on a whole nother level, and we're getting more of that here today. United yet to have a shot on target. Meanwhile, we have scored 3 goals of our own, and we might have a chance here. Henderson whips it in. Zuma with a chance, and De Gea, well, he might have just saved a little bit of pride for now, although with the time that's left on the clock, he'd really back us given this performance to go out there and grab a few more. It's looking absolutely superb. I'm so happy with how we've done this episode. It's been some crazy performances. Another set piece. Henderson whips it in. Options there, cleared away, but only as far as Kurt Zuma. Jordi Alba will get the ball, but gives it away to Henderson. And now we will try and rebuild from the back. Henderson, Götze, Silva. Götze again. Silva, can he get on the end of it? He can. De Gea with another save. And, well, United are being torn to shreds at the moment. David De Gea, really, the player keeping them in it. I'm going to tell the players I'm very happy with how it's going. Dybala with a hat-trick. I mean, is there much more that you could ask for from this man? He is... I don't want to utter the words, could he score as many as Matthew Lewis in a season? I believe Matthew Lewis scored 150 goals in all competitions in 2 seasons. That is an incredible FM goal-scoring record to compete with. If you don't know who Matthew Lewis is, go watch the Lewis series from last year. But Dybala has a bit of the Matthew Lewis about him at the moment, especially in this episode 50. He's just been scoring for fun. And United, they've still not had a shot on target. They've just been torn to shreds. And it's a pretty emphatic performance at the moment. Part of me wants to make a few subs. Have we got any players who have been performing badly or struggling a little bit? Mario Silva having a game to forget. Let's bring on Daniel Sturridge there. Coutinho not having the best game, not like 100% fitness, so we'll just take him off for Bazua. There's no point in risking injuries in this kind of game. With 30 minutes left, it's very unlikely that United are going to come back into it. They've not had a shot yet, so for them to score 3 would take some kind of miracle. And with 20 minutes left, time just ticking away here. I'm loving it. I'm having great fun here. The 4-3-1-2, the system that we've been using since I came to the club, really starting to shine now. We have all the pieces of the jigsaw we need. And we're on the attack here. Sturridge, oh, what a goal that is. The sub comes on. He gets a goal. The ball, I think, was it a throw-in from Klein that was given to him or just a little pass? Either way, Sturridge just, he jogs inside. He's not even sprinting. And then, well, United stand off him. He's surrounded by white players and players in white, and he just smashes it in. Roof the net, no chance there for De Gea, makes it 4-0. And yeah, what a memorable way to kick off and kind of, I guess, remember episode 50 by. This might be one of the best live commentaries I've ever done, just in terms of the results, and it's just, keeping on going here. Moreno, rebound, oh, Götze there with a real chance to make it 5-0. We are just tearing teams apart for fun. We might be able to recycle possession here as well from the corner. Henderson out on the left. Can he get the ball in the box? Moreno whips it in, headed away by United, but Bazua keeps the play alive. And now he's at the edge of the area, switches it to Klein. Alba will get the header away, and that is going to be the end of that chapter. But 9 minutes left. Let's make one more change. In fact, let's just wait for this next highlight. United, they have had a few shots now, to be fair to them. They've slightly improved this match. But, you know, having 2 shots on target is not really any consolation when you've conceded 4 away from home. And, well, United on the attack here. Mamana deals with that well. I really want to keep the clean sheet if we can. And we might well do. That is a great header there. Now can we break Dybala? Maybe looking for a 4th if he wants it. Takes on his man. Can he whip in the ball? He can. Daniel Sturridge with another goal. It's 5-0. What an assist that was by Dybala down the left-hand side, though. Kind of baited in the right back. Caught him out of position on the byline. Just knocked it past him. Ran down the line. Whipped the ball. Sturridge, the only man to aim for. But a fantastic ball. De Gea can't meet it. It's 5-0 and Sturridge is looking for his hat-trick too now. Coming on off the bench. Can Daniel Sturridge get it? Probably not. But we cannot complain. I'm going to bring on Thiago Maia for Henderson, who is on a yellow card. No point in risking a sending off in this kind of match. But it looks like that is going to be game over. That is going to be full time. That is going to be the last match of episode 50. 5-0. Wow. What a performance that has been. United just completely dominated from start to finish in this game. Some great clinical finishing by Dybala early on. Rafinha with that shot to end the game, really summarising the game from United's perspective. But a 5-0 win. Great performance. That is going to help our goal difference at the top of the table. We are looking pretty unbeatable this season. We are 12 points clear of Chelsea. We do have crazily good goal difference as well. 84 goals scored in 30 games. We're almost averaging 3 goals a game. And with performances like that, you know, we may well reach that total too. So Dybala with 3 goals there. He's not done too bad, has he? He's not done too bad. We're unbeaten in quite a while now too, which is nice. Moyes is fuming, of course he is. Looking at our form, wow. I mean, have you seen... I can't remember seeing this much green in a while. How many games is this unbeaten? Is there an easy way I can check? Can I shift click? I can't. I don't really want to count all these, but if I had to guesstimate, it might be 30 games. I saw a few achievements pop up in Football Manager. I don't know what it was. We scored in 30 games consecutively, though, on that match, so I guess that's a good achievement. Actually, that must be 30 games unbeaten now I look at it, because we didn't score in that Bournemouth game. We got the Irresistible Force achievement, which is for scoring in 30 games in a row. But it looks like we're actually unbeaten in 30 games too, which is a crazy record to have going. How long can we keep it going? Well, that is going to be kind of remains to be seen. For next episode, guys, I will be back with that Fenerbahce game, I believe in the Champions League quarter-final. I'm not sure where the FA Cup semi-final slots in because it's not been penciled into my schedule just yet, but that might kind of be slightly sooner. We'll see how things work out. If you've enjoyed this episode 50, please do smash the like button. It'd be crazy if we could hit, I don't know, 750 likes for this episode. If you've watched to the end, obviously write a comment about my puns, write a comment about your favourite biscuit. And yeah, that wraps up everything from me, guys. Thank you so much for watching. And other than that, it is me, Jack, and I'll talk to you guys in a bit. I'm out.